Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. So we have another reason to leave California if you live there. Just remember, if you do and you move to a red state, leave that blue trash, all that ideology behind you. Remember, you're moving to a better place that didn't ruin itself. But this one from the Daily Mail, California becomes the first state to offer health insurance to all illegal immigrants. Taxpayers will be forced to fork out $3.1 billion per year in medical care for an extra 700,000 people. Do you guys remember, like, the movie Gladiator or Lord of the Rings, and they talk about an army of 10,000? That's a pretty massive army. This is 700,000 people. Yet they want to tell us we're not being invaded, right? I guess, can it be an invasion if the borders are open and the government is welcoming people in? I don't know. Maybe it can't be defined as that, but to the rest of us who oppose it, it certainly seems like it. California has become the first state to offer universal health care insurance to all illegal immigrants, regardless of whether they have any documentation. That's really weird. So you can just walk up there and be like, I'll have one insurance, please. And you just get it. What are they doing? Handing out more of those bracelets? It doesn't make any sense to me. But on January 1st, taxpayers will now be forced to fork out thousands for medical care for an additional 700,000 undocumented immigrants between 26 and 49. Between 26 and 49, eligible for full coverage under Medi-Cal, California's Medicaid program. It comes as more than a staggering 1.5 million are pouring across the southern border every year, many of them seeking shelter in California's Democrat-run sanctuary cities. Now, call me crazy, but why are federal funds still going to this state in any manner? The state of California is completely acting independent of the rest of the country, as far as I'm concerned. But, Joe Biden's government ain't going to do anything about it. They love it, right? Previously, undocumented immigrants were not qualified to receive health insurance under Medi-Cal unless there was an emergency or pregnancy-related issues. So, yeah, they're already encouraging people to, come over here and get pregnant. But Democrat Governor Gavin Newsom and lawmakers agreed in 2022 to provide health care access to all low-income adults regardless of their immigration status through the state's Medicaid program known as Medi-Cal. The expansion will eventually cost the state about $3.1 billion a year, the Associated Press reported. The move has been criticized by the California Senate Republican caucus, who stated that the state's Medicaid program is already strained by serving 14.6 million Californians, more than a third of the state's population. Adding 764,000 more individuals to the system will certainly exacerbate current provider access problems. But Newsom's office told ABC News, in part, that in California, we believe everyone deserves access to quality, affordable healthcare coverage, regardless of income or immigration status. So, what I foresee coming of this is a demand for more doctors and nurses, healthcare people. They're going to use their DEI, ESG way of hiring and to come up with these doctors and nurses. How is adding 800,000, more individuals to a system not going to require adding more doctors and nurses to the system? Where are those people going to come from? It's not like we have a bunch of doctors and nurses that are coming out of college just waiting. Those people are pretty set as far as I know. They come out with that degree. They're working. They got to pay them student loans off. They're not sitting around. And I just don't understand where they're going to come up with these people. Maybe you guys have an idea. Let me know in the comments. The Public Policy Institute of California defines undocumented immigrants, a population that is not directly identified in any representative national or state surveys. Newsom said, through this expansion, we're making sure families and communities across California are healthier, stronger, and able to get the care they need when they need it. In addition to this, they're trying to run up the amount of electoral votes that they get, because a state's a number of electoral votes is determined by the census. And the census does not care if a person is here legally or illegally. It just counts as a number. Which leads me to another topic. Texas keeps sending all these busloads of people to New York and California and Chicago, all these blue states. Well, that's going to literally give these blue states more electoral votes when it comes 2024 election season. These people whom are illegally in our country are affecting our voting process. And it's the dirty games that they play. And, the Texas governor is actually not helping when it comes to winning the 2024 election. Sending these people to the states that didn't have to deal with the problem makes a whole lot of sense, but they're going to use it against us. So earlier this year, State Senator Durazo said opening up Medi-Cal to all undocumented Californians has been a goal for health and immigration advocates for years, and applauded the news. She says the historic investment speaks to California's commitment to health care as a human right. Before Newsom became governor, then Governor Jerry Brown signed a bill in 2015 that only allowed undocumented children to join Medi-Cal as long as they met eligibility requirements, including some limits in California residency. In 2019, Newsom signed a law granting eligibility to those younger than 26, and in May, California started covering people aged 50 and over. So it looks like it's just a matter of time before they go ahead and close that gap and just include everybody between age 26 and 50, which is just a shame. The state senator's office explains that Californians are eligible for Medi-Cal coverage based on their income. This year's income cap for a family of 4 is $36,000. Medi-Cal is also available to people with certain medical conditions and those who are pregnant, blind, disabled, under age 21, living in a nursing home, or a recently settled refugee. Said the budget investments reflect California's value of inclusion and fairness and should be a model for the rest of the nation. Yeah, to run us into complete debt and make us a third world nation? Thanks, lady. All Californians, regardless of their age or where they were born, should have access to basic necessities like food and fair, steady wages, Dar said. Yeah, like trying to pay the minimum wage $20 an hour and got all the pizza delivery drivers fired this last month. Yeah, that's working out really well. You guys are going to turn into the biggest robotically operated state real soon, right? Undocumented residents remain the largest group of uninsured in California, according to a recent analyst from the Center of Labor Research and Education at the University of California, Berkeley. California still has the largest population of undocumented immigrants in America, according to a study by the Pew Research Center, Axios San Francisco reported. The latest data from 2021 placed the undocumented population of 10.5 million, and of that number, 1.85 million, about 5% of its total population, was in California. In 2023, more than 500,000 people crossed the border illegally into California, according to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection data and preliminary got-away data. So you're talking nearly 100% increase, a 66% increase, going from 300,000 to 500,000 people that crossed in the border illegally into California. So this is just the beginning for California, taxpayers to begin paying for this. It's gonna increase by at least 500,000 people per year, and that number is going up and up per year, thanks to the Biden administration. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. Hopefully, like I said in the beginning, if you're looking to escape California, you do leave the blue ideas back in California and you move to a better place that was doing better without those ideas in the first place, and that you understand that, and that you get on board and assimilate to the place that you moved to, much like you would have preferred the immigrants that came to your old state to have assimilated and not made you bear the burden of their presence with your tax dollars, right? With your experience in public. But anyways, wrapping it up there, you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about all this stuff in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.